And
For example, what type of movie that you like very much?
uh, any types of movie.
Just any types of movie lah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah lah. I can just very quickly say Avengers. Okay. Like in Chinese we call 敷衍我一下. No lah. Okay. Thanks, John. Come next, we have Kasim. Share with us about your music and reading. What type of things you like to read or music you like to listen?
Hi, I'm Kasin. I recently listened to K-pop.
K-pop. Which group you like the most? BTS.
Mamamoo. No.
Mamamoo. Wow. Okay, you can promote it. Time for you to promote Mamamoo. Okay. And I see your first job is tutor.
Yes.
Yes. What kind of?
I
Teaching what kind of subjects?
Chinese.
Oh. 老师？什么嘉兴老师吗？ Okay. Thanks, Kasin. And
Okay,
if not mistaken, Kasin has brought a few friends, right?
Yes.
Which is in this class as well. I think 5 of them. Yeah. So can't wait to meet you all. So thanks, Kasin. And for everyone's information, we just completed our Photoshop training like 2 weeks ago. Our 6th series, 6 lessons of Photoshop training, PSD. Yeah. So as you can see at our Instagram or Facebook as well, those are some of their students' masterpiece. Not the best, but we believe is a better and getting better and better. Their work is improving. And okay, next we have Mingze. It's your time.
Hello, I'm Mingze.
Yes.
So my first hobby is listen music. I will listen music even just few minutes before the class. And also second hobby is reading, but not reading book. Is reading Facebook, Utah Confession or news something. And my first job is receptionist, hotel receptionist. That's all.
Okay, cool. Reading, but reading Facebook. Okay, quite creative. And music. You listen to songs or just like purely music only, like just the rhythms?
No, I listen to mostly is Chinese song.
Oh, Chinese songs, okay. All right, thank you, Mingze. Mingze know us by how you know us, how you know Creato?
From Kasin.
From Kasin, right? Okay, cool. Thanks, Mingze. And last but not least, we have Ayong.
Hi, I'm Ayong. I'm
Yes.
from very long ago. I'm from UPM. Not very long, maybe 2 years ago. Yep. So I'm not student now. I'm working in consultant firm, landscape architecture. And
How was your degree? Bachelor degree is
forestry.
landscape architect.
No.
Forestry.
Yeah, I'm from a totally different field. I took up forestry science and then I furthered master in landscape. But so during master there is very limited time. They teach only like 2 class of SketchUp. That's all. So I didn't get to practice it also. And so I'm taking it now.
2 class means how, like 4 hours or what? In total?
Yeah, I think about 4 hours or 3 hours per class.
or 3 hours. So it's like about 6 hours.
Yes.
Okay. So now in your landscape architect firm, like how many the modeling tools they use the most is what software?
SketchUp.
It's SketchUp, right? How about the rendering tools?
Rendering, they use
The most
Lumion,
Lumion as well.
but others as well. But mostly it's Lumion.
This is Lumion. Yeah, cool. Previously, when I'm working as an assistant architect at time also, because my company has a landscape department, like there's a branch on landscape architecture in Veritas. So when I visit the department also, they are using besides modeling tool, SketchUp, they are using rendering also using Ruby.
Yes.
I think because what I heard one of them say that because there are a lot of trees, plants that can apply. So.
That's what I heard also. Yeah.
Ayong, how you know us, Ayong?
I know it
Do you remember?
from a friend of mine, Anira, which is junior for my master course. So
Your
three of
junior?
them, yeah, they are junior. They came to you first. Then I asked them where do they found it. Then that's why I'm here. I followed the Instagram.
They are young, like
One batch
a year
younger, yes.
A batch younger than you. I see. Are you on the same batch with Miss Quack?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Architect Quack.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
The lecturer.
Yeah, nice
Your
to meet you,
lecturer.
Ayong.
Yeah.
Hope to. Once our lecturers. I think Miss Quack is now teaching master also in Utah. Okay. We hope to get more input, learn more from you, Ayong. Also.
Yeah.
Okay,
Together.
thanks, Ayong. Yes.
Thank you.
All right, guys. So as you can see, we have friends from UPM as well, and from the industry, and also very diverse background is very great. So it's like a community here, and just a reminder for us to the other members will be introduced on other time. So remember to fill in our attendance accordingly. And now I'm gonna share screen. Okay, and I have also added your access, every one of you, 25 of you here, the access to the mega folder. So inside the mega folder, I will share the mega folder link in our Telegram group. Okay, I've just sent the link in our Telegram. It's the folder link to access our mega folders. So you'll be able to, for now, you'll be able to download SKP1 and SKP2 folder to your desktop, to your laptop. And if you have a mini task later, like a small little assignment, if you have a mini task, I will create a folder, then name mini task, then you'll be able to upload your tasks there as well. Okay, so let me share my screen now. Okay, by the way, if you find that the background music is a bit too loud, you can always let me know, because from me, what I can listen here maybe is not that precise from what you can hear. Okay, you can remind me if there's a kind of too loud or too soft. Okay. Okay, if you can see my share screen, now you can just say yes at the chat box, or nod your head in the camera. Okay, because I cannot see any head now in the camera. So let me know if you can see my mega share screen now, my browser. You can say yes at the chat box. Okay, we have I got it. Sorry, thanks, Vinay. And okay, we have SKP1, SKP2 here. So so each lesson basically we might have a folder, but let's say for SKP1 we have a shortcut folder. This is same with the one you downloaded in a Telegram, and this one is just like a revision file. You can open it to for exploration purpose, and then SKP2, I will explain about this component file later, but you can download it first. So I will create another folder, is for mini tasks. So mini tasks, right? Yeah. Mini tasks. Students. Okay. So if we have mini task later, we'll upload it here. Okay. All right. So Mega is actually just to demonstrate the greatness of this. It's like you can manage or organize it quite conveniently. Anyone of here you use Mega before? Use at least once before? Can type can say give me a high five there. Okay, at the chat box. Okay, say you can say two lah, number two. Okay, if you use Mega before, let me know lah. Okay, you see you can actually organize files and you can just drag and like drop it in other folders. Okay, so this is so convenient. And then if to share the folder, I just press the dot dot dot. Yeah, I see a lot of members used before, and I know you are our previous Creato Photoshop members. That's why you used before. Okay, I remember. Okay, so happy to see that. Yeah, then to share, you just say get links, and then you can. Oh, why there's two folder? Oh, I should just select one and say sharing. Oops, not sharing. It's manage link. Then you can copy this link. Then you can paste it at a WhatsApp or Telegram or to your friends. Okay. But if you copy link like this, I think they can only view it. If you want them to able to download or to upload things, you have to at the sharing here. You have to add their access. Okay, so like here I have already add access. You can add more people by typing in their email address here. This our previous members, Azima, friends from UPM, Anira also here. Okay, and then type their email address, and then you can choose either to give full access or something. So if I'm not mistaken, all I have given full access to this SKP 2020 folder. Sharing, full access to. Oh, sorry, should be full access. I have to change it one by one. And you are learning SketchUp, you actually not only learn about modeling, okay, you also learn many recommended or advanced apps or software or features like Mega, like maybe a bit on Telegram, a bit on VOOV. You at least learn 3 extra things already. Okay, so we're gonna it's so comprehensive, complete to upskill you, to equip you. Okay, let me go to my PowerPoint. Okay, so today we move to component and styles. Okay, component and style. We already know some of the workflows of our training, of the modeling, okay, and also shortcuts. Of course, in the upcoming trainings sessions, we're gonna highlight, add on some of the points. There are more shortcuts to learn in upcoming lessons. But now we're gonna cover more on components and styles. So before I go to there, I actually not even have introduced much on myself and also the studio. Okay, so we are Creato Design Studio, and our vision, our goal, ultimate goal is to help you, to assist you to make your creative journey easier, and make your design learning journey. Even though you are practicing, you are academically learning, our goal is to make creative easier, and that's our motivation, our slogan. In Chinese, we shout it: 让创意更容易。让你的动力有意义。Wow, 双压 it's a kind of beat, okay? 节奏。All right, then Okay, just now I've introduced already our Facebook page and Instagram for you to get the latest updates and my contact number. And okay, you can always WhatsApp me. Wait, yeah. Okay, our Facebook page and Instagram, as you can see. And okay, let me ask you guys one questions. I'm not sure if you have if you listen to this question already before, then um, you can just uh, keep quiet now. Okay. The question is like this. What is the okay? Let's say if you are playing a game, a a better game. Let's say a Call of Duty or let's say PUBG, a shooting game kind of like that. What is the determining factor that determine your winning? Okay, what is the factor that will help you to win a battle? Factor to win a war. What is the factor to win a war? Right? This is an open discussion. So, what is the factor to win a war? Come just brainstorm at our chat box there. What is the factor to win a battle, win a war? Strategy. Okay, survive. Okay, come on, we need. What else? Very good answer. I want 3 factors. Okay, factors to win a war, to win a battle. If you can imagine yourself playing a mobile games now, okay, because it's closer to this generation. So playing games, what is the factors to win a war? Okay, what else? Skills. Okay, Emilia said it well. So what else? Okay, to win a war, team cooperation. Awesome. Okay, I think okay, yeah, mentality, communications. Okay, very good input. Yeah. So to summarize it, okay, some of us have answered it very good. Okay, you see, you can check whether I have mentioned your point or not. Okay, the first point I want to mention is how the army is. I mean, what the equipment he or she use, the army use, the technology they use. Okay, the technology they use means the kind of weapons they use. Are they using a nuclear bomb, like a atomic bomb, or they are only using spear, only using parang? Are they using sniper, or they are using longbow only? Okay, so this is what we call the tools, the equipment, the weapon. So first thing is the weapon. Okay, I will mention a weapon. It's very important, right? So this is one of the reasons when we study sejarah that we can't fight the colonial, right? Maybe the British or the Portuguese, because of weapons different. They are using a cruise, like a battle cruise coming here, and we only have a lot of sampan at the coast, right? And okay, so first thing is weapon. Second one, okay, like many have mentioned, okay, it's a bit about team cooperation as well, about communications as well, mentality as well. Is the how well is the kind of how well is he trained, the army, okay, trained in terms of communication, mentality, teamwork, okay, training. Okay, so this is about training. And this training is not training in a few days. It's a daily or long term. Okay, there are some points I want to brought out. I want to describe with you through these parables, to this like a story. Okay, first thing is weapon. Second is daily training. Okay, so this is a daily input. on daily basis. It's for long term. Okay. And third thing is what? What else? That determine win or lose. Okay, like playing a football or basketball. To win or lose, not just only depends on uh, what what weapon skills you have or what training you have gone through, but also on who are you fighting with, right? Okay, this is a third important factor. Like, who is your opponent? If you are battling with some big country like America or like China, your winning chance high or not? It's very low, right? Okay, relatively low. So it depends on who is your opponent. Okay, so this is very, very similar to our context today, like how we win a project, a design project, how we win the heart of our client, like make them feel satisfied with our design. Okay, how to win that kind of projects from the developers, from the government. Okay, three things. First thing is, firstly, okay, how to win better grades in your design studios. Okay, first thing first, make sure you have good equipment with good weapons. Okay, what is your equipment? Is all your actually your skills you equip, the skills that you equip, like the software skills you have. Okay, these software skills is the first thing I want to mention. Okay, okay. Next thing is also very important is your daily training, your daily input. So these things need how you can improve your. This is like your supplement, which you input, you put into your mental every day. So this is like your habits. So as a designer, you have a designer lifestyle, designer habits. Oops, I forgot to on my camera. Okay, you have a designer habits, like what kind of page, Facebook page or YouTube channels that you follow. It will definitely helps you a lot. Let's say for Facebook, maybe like a Pinterest, like Arch Daily, those kind of, even Instagram, you can see a lot of people doing nice graphics, diagrams. It could inspire you, and even also on YouTube, learning as well. So this is like your daily input. So making you have greater sense when you look at nice design, nice architecture masterpieces. You take photo of it, you learn from there, you do studies. Okay, this is a long-term training. So this is second things you need to have. And so in by the training of Creato, we are trying to help you on this factor, on the first factor, which is your weapon, and now equipping you with the best software skills, okay, to help you to equip it in a short term, okay, in a 4 weeks time, okay, for this software. Okay, if it takes more software, of course, it takes a few more lessons, a few more courses. Okay, we try to equip you, make you own the weapons. Okay, sharpen your weapons. Okay, but we also need you to, if you want to win a battles, win a good grades, win the projects. Of course, you also need to have a good daily habits. Okay, to input good supplement, design supplement, creative supplements to yourself. And last but not least is our opponent. We need to know who is our enemy or who is our actually a client. It's better to describe as our client, our lecturers, our panel. Know what they like, what their taste. Okay, of course, it's quite subjective. Like we can't decide who is going to be our panel, but what we can do for sure is we do well on the first two factors. Yeah, we have good the computers design, graphic skills, good presentation skills. Okay, which is our weapons. And we have good training, like daily input. So if you have these two things, you can for sure, no matter which opponent we meet, we are confident to perform, to win that battle. Okay, so I hope you can remember these parables, this story, how to win a battle. Firstly, equip yourself with best skills. Okay, deeper, sharpen, strengthen, widen your skills, and then also your daily habit, your lifestyle is gonna be more like a designer, creative lifestyles. Okay, and also then know who is your opponent. All right. Okay, so hope you can win the battle. So I am, you can call me Mr. Rocks or Roxas, both also can. Currently, we are running Creato Design KL, and since 2017, providing many seminars or trainings, intakes. And previously, I work at a company called Veritas Design Group. It's kind of like a multidisciplinary practice, which there has a landscape, there's interior, there has the quantity surveying as well. And also, okay, previously after I graduated, I focused like I spent like 1 year, one or to 2 years on participating competition. So I encourage you to participate as well. From when? Okay, my first competition, architectural or design related competition, is during my year 2 Studio 4, year 2 at the end of year 2 okay. That time during that studio, I start to participate in one of the competition, which is this one, ICT International Facade Design Competition. And the time, gratefully, thanks God, got a champion. It's an international level competition. So that time onwards, I start to getting more passion in participating competitions, and also like inspired or motivated by some of the lecturers. Let's say from Utah, we have Mr. Muluk, which is quite passionate on those competitions, inter-schools competitions. And then after that, keep on final year, and then after graduate, I also participating on competitions, and then I get full times working in. I start to able to transform my work from participating competition into providing solution, providing courses. Okay, that's the one I like the most. So if we have a chance in future, I would happy to share with you some of the competitions entry that we have won or we have submitted. Yeah, I'm sure it will be like inspire a lot. And yeah, so activities. Okay, so we do okay, some of the photos we have sharing, okay, in let's say during Mexico or during some of the orientation day in universities. Okay, for this one example is in Utah. Okay, so we will be excited if we have chance also to visit let's say TAUC or UPM or UM so in the future. Okay, and recently I also did some training, like go to corporate to train their staffs in using Illustrator, using Photoshop, because like during this pandemic season, they want to upskill their staffs. They can do nicer poster to sell their service, sell their products. Okay, and then recently, yeah, we have having a software special semester with Utah Architecture Society. So in this program, in this workshop, actually, students may register our courses, Creato courses, namely SketchUp, Illustrator, and Photoshop through the cloud, through the architecture cloud. So every student during this workshop, okay, this workshop was just introduced like 1 month or a few weeks ago, okay, quite fresh. It's the first time. So during this, student can register via a cloud, and actually Creato will, they will help us to promote, and actually Creato will like sponsor certain amount, like to actually to support the Creato want to support some of the club activities, like for students funds like that. Okay, so it would be great if in future we still have these things kind of running, but not sure yet. This program currently is until this end of November only for the registration to the next course, which is Illustrator. Okay, as you can see, the 3 things that we are highlighting in this collaboration. Okay, so we are it's gonna be exciting if we have collaborations similarly in a UM or in TAUC as well, okay, in other schools as well. So yeah, we are supporting. We are grateful to be able to support some of the activities in terms of the fund, okay, in our capabilities, and some of the topics that we used to cover before. Okay, we share about authority guidelines, how many setback, which books we can refer to, the Bombard guidelines. Okay, all those kind of things that was not so much taught in the school, we share in the workshop. This one is it's a free workshop, but maybe only to Creato members. Sometimes we have workshop to public. You can invite all your friends. Sometimes we have workshop specifically like exclusively for for you, for Creato members only. Yeah. So okay, some of the seminar we used to have to help the students before we're going online. Okay, so now we're going online lah. So enjoy it. Don't just keep expecting back to face-to-face studio. Okay, so we have to enjoy the new ways, the new methods. Okay, and yeah, so these are quick glimpse of the Revit course we have, the Lumion course, rendering course we have, and some of our previous competition works. Okay, this is some of like final projects works, Photoshop we have, and then Illustrator we're gonna have on January. Registration closed, and so far we decided to close in this November, end of November, and then this is what you are learning now. So component and styles, get it here. Just get ready your SketchUp now. Okay, our session, this session will be until 4:45, right? Until 4:45. So if you have any question, like if you encounter any things like during the break just now, you can let me know. So at here now, okay, what I'm gonna do is okay, we're gonna make something like this. Okay, some kind of like star shape like that. How you can achieve this? Question to you. Start thinking, start exploring. Give you 10 seconds. How to make shapes, something like this. Okay. This one is very useful in like making features at the entrance, sculptures, or maybe towers. Okay, when you go to higher levels in design towers, this is quite important. Yeah. If I show you. Okay, firstly, to make this kind of stars, okay, let's imagine start to making more complicated form. So let me make a kind of like triangle first, maybe. So I have this triangle. So I can decide the radius. Let's say I go for 3000. Okay, I can press S to scale it up. S. Okay, S actually is this one, scale. Okay, beside offsets. Okay, the neighbor of offset. So to scale it up, I hit S, and then I can like drag it to make it bigger, or I hold Control. I hold Control to make it bigger, and you can see there's a scale factor there. Okay, we can scale it up to 2 times bigger. Okay, if I hit 2, I hit enter, so this is 2 times bigger. Okay. Yeah, I got it. So 2 times bigger. If I can also scale it like only to some of the axes. Another way is okay, to when we mentioned about scaling things. There's one thing I want to mention is instead of using S to scale something, there's also another tricks to scale things up, the entire model, scale the entire model. Now we are only scaling one object, which is this triangle. But if you want to scale the entire model, so what we can do is we can use a tape measure tool, which is T. which is this one. All right, then let me try first. Okay, cool. Okay, what I did was, okay, initially you can measure this one from this point to this point is 10392, as you can see at the bar here, the length 10392. But if I want to limit this, let's say to instead of 10392, I want to make it to become 10,000. Okay, make this to become 10,000. This whole project to scale it down. Okay, to let these things to fit 10,000. What I can do is I select this. I select this. I know I'm using the tab measure tool. From this point to this point, I press second time, and then I type in the new numbers I want, the new measurements, which is that just now I said 10,000. So I hit enter, and it will ask me, do you want to resize the entire model, the whole model, this whole project? You want to resize or scale it down? No, okay, I just say yes. Then these whole things will actually scale it down, and then so that these things could achieve perfectly 10,000. Okay, but note that this thing is actually scaling it the entire project now. So you will ask, in what situation? Students will ask, what situation will use these features? Okay? This is when sometimes, like when we want to scale down our, okay, initially this measurements is the real size because it's like this is a 3-meter wall, okay, 3,000. Okay, but what if you want to scale it down to make for 3D printing, or for laser cutting to make physical model? That time you have to scale it down to get the model measurement. Let's say if you wanted to make it to let's say 1 to 100, your model scales. Currently this number, okay, let's share with you how to calculate okay, like a revision. So now this is 3,000 in reality, in real 3,000. So 1 to 100 means it's gonna be, instead of 3,000 mm, it will become 30 mm with minus 20 divided by 100, so it's 30 mm. So now to resize this whole thing to become a physical model size, not real size like this. It's a physical model size that you can put on your table, that you can build it using your cardboard. Then this is how I can resize it. I just use tab measure tools. This is the trick. Okay, you'll go to one point, the second point. Okay, then you type the measurement you want. Okay, initially this is 3,000. Just now we said if 1 to 10, if 1 to 100, it should be 30. So I type 30 now. 30. You can see at the bottom right corner there, the tab there. Then I hit enter. Enter. So it asks, yes, I want to resize. So entire things becomes very small already. Okay, small until where? Until, yeah, you can see as small as, okay, this is like a model size already. Yeah, okay, like a model. So let's confirm it. Is it 30 mm? Is it that precise? Yes. Oops. Yes, 30, you can see. Okay, I use this to give the measurement. Yes, this is 30 mm. Okay, so this you can print your model 3D printing or or make it for laser cutting. So if you like this trick, say 3 at our channel, give us some response that you're so excited to have this these features, these tricks to scale down entire things for printing, for modeling. Can give us some response if you like these tricks at the chat box, so that I could speak it with more greater passion and enthusiastic. Okay, say number 3. Okay, if you don't give response, then my tone will getting lower and lower. Then I getting bored. Then you learn less. In the end, you are the one who lost. Okay, so yes, give me more response. Thank you very much. Thanks. Yes, I saw it. Shireen, John, Ayong, Kailin, Louis, Vinay, Noan, Mingze. Yes. Cool. Okay, so I can hit Ctrl Z to undo lah. Okay, so come back to the real size. Then this is about scaling. So you have two methods. One is using this, and another one is using tab measure tools. Okay, the tab measure tools, quite a lot of people actually that don't know so much on it. Even I think lecturer don't teach lah. This one some advanced things. Okay, no time to teach lah there. Okay, then yes, we shape want to make this kind of shape, the star shape. Okay, so from here, maybe I can. Okay, there are a few methods. Okay, let's say a few patterns I can make. Let's say from here I can go. Let me scale it down first. Okay, I scale 0.5. Okay, so like this. So from here, let's say I make a rotation. I can hit Control. Let's say I want to rotate. Let's say 90 degrees or 60 degrees. Cannot. Okay, for this one, let me share with you tools, which is one of the you can actually I can make this a group first. I hit G, and then I copy to the side. Then I can right click, I can flip along. I flip along maybe group straight, and now it actually becomes mirror. How I do that again? Okay, these items, I copy it first, duplicate it first, then right click, flip along, group straight. Okay, if you don't have the plugin mirror first, okay, because you learn all the plugins more starting from the third lessons. Okay, so now I'm doing it without any plugins. Okay, if I have plugins, what I will do is I will just draw the mirror axis. So I got these shapes. Okay, but it's okay even if you without plugin, you can do it like this method. Flip along. Okay, flip along. And flip along. Group straight means this is the red axis. No, this group has this red axis here. Okay, so you can see actually inside every time you group something, it will has their own axis, own origin. So this group, it has its own origin, its own blue, green, red line. So I have this. Okay, let's say I want to rotate it. I can okay, there's a lot of things I can do. For example, one of the example, let's say I want to rotate it. Yeah, I can say I want to rotate 45, 60 degree. Then I can times 6. So I got this kind of shapes. All right, but now currently each of the triangle is in a group. So if you want to ungroup them, it also can. I select all of them, then I hit X, which is explode. So now all of them is exploded. It's not in a group. Yeah. Okay. So if you don't want the line, you can also erase them. Okay, depends on what kind of shapes you want to play with. So what else? Okay, I copy this portion. Then let's say I want to rotate it 90 degree. Okay, then times 4. I got the shapes. Okay, can you get the shapes as well? Exploit now. Okay, like a shuriken, the ninja's tools. Okay, 手里剑. All right. So explore on the shapes. Do you able to achieve this? Okay, what else? So means even if it's a circle, if I want to rotate it, also can. Okay, I just have to define the origin. Okay. Okay, I define the origin, then I can let it rotate. Let's say I give a fixed distance, let's say 45 degree, and then I say times 9. So it will rotate with this protractor as the origin. So I say times 8. Okay, so I got this. Okay, so now it's like your creativity to create pattern, to create form. First is pattern first. Okay, so it's time for you to export on your laptop. Okay, so for circles, there's a bit tips for you. Sometimes you cannot find the origin, but what you can do is you just hover to the edges of it, then it will hint you where is the origin of the circles, the very center point. So like this, I know, so I can do, let's say, times 6, 13 degree, 60 degree, times 6. Okay, so you've got different kind of formation. Explore your formations. Even square. So for sketch, our mini task 2, we want to see your creativity of exploring this kind of pattern in SketchUp. Okay, it's time for you to explode 引爆你的小小的创意的世界 ，okay? Explode your creativity world inside you. Okay, let's say this one. Let me rotate it. Nice. Okay, after that, you have a base, you have very special shapes. Then now you can actually push it to make it extrude to become a 3D form. Okay, how? So let's say for this, select them, I draw a bracket from the left, then okay, actually you can copy all of this here. Okay, so inside this, actually I don't need those elements inside, so I can erase it. Maybe not. Okay, let me push it first. So I try to push it to a height, let's say 10,000 to all sides. Okay, some advice for you. Actually, this gray surface, okay, is not so recommended. Okay, better you make it, you select those surface, right click, reverse faces, make it to become positive faces. Okay, there are more advantages on positive faces, but it's not a very big issue. Okay, because last time, let's say for Lumion last time, they cannot read the gray surfaces. But nowadays, if you are not mistaken, it can read this negative face already. So not a very big deal, but we will say white surfaces will give more advantages. Okay, especially when you're presenting also more presentable. So what you can do is select those faces, right click it together and say reverse face. Reverse faces. This one. Make it more presentable. And I push 9,000. Okay, let it snap to the adjacent, the neighboring shapes. Nice. Select all these pieces. See, I can rotate it or not. Yes, I can rotate it like 30 degree in this case. Okay, so you got this, the degree. So what if I copy this again, these items again to the top? Yeah. Okay, I hit M, I up arrow key, copy it to the top. Okay, I forgot to open my Harnite. Okay, hint for you. Okay, cool. All right, then maybe I can say it's not so good. Okay, just now I have already rotated 30 and 30 degree. So what if I rotate furthermore? This time is 60 degree, 90 degree, okay, or 60, as long as it fits, okay. So one more from this to another level. Okay, rotate again. So you can see it's like a shape, it's like twisting already. So you can copy this module, like I can multiple select them. And hit Q. Okay, so you got this monster tower, like twisted tower, like done by who? Frank Gehry, is it? Okay, or Zaha Hadid. Very modern style of twisted tower. Okay, so practice this. From here, we can achieve this. And no matter you are year 2 or year 3, sorry. Okay, what else we can do using square shape? Yeah, let's explore using this. Okay, once more time, similar method I will use. Firstly, I drag a height first. Let's say any height. Let's say I give a 3000. Okay, then here's another method I will show. Okay, you see which one better. Okay, this one is second method to twist it. Okay, then I copy it, duplicate. Then maybe I can say times 9 lah. Okay, depends on how many floors you got. Then I select all of them. I say Q. I want to get the center point of it, but I can't get a center point, so I have to draw some cross intersection line. Okay, so this is just to help me to get the center. So I say Q to rotate. Cannot. Cannot. Only the first one. Okay, so we have to use back this method. So we can rotate the first one first. Okay, like when my mouse cursor is close to this line, it will tell me it will snap to the midpoint of it. Okay. You no need to measure by yourself. So let's say for this, only select the upper faces. Okay, I'm just using very basic tools that we have learned just now. Selecting faces, move the line, move the edges like this. Okay, so I twisted this to, let's say, you must remember the angle. Let's say if you go for 30 degree, not too much, or 50 degree also can. Let's say 30. I think 45 will be easier because you only need to repeat one times only. 45 is like too much. 30 lah, 30. And then actually I can erase the upper part already to make it clean. So this model, I can okay, this group, I have to copy this group and paste it on top of here. Then rotate it. Actually, we can use M to rotate also. 30 degrees, we know. And then again, duplicate this to another levels. Then hit M again to rotate it 30 degree again. So remember, rotate, we have two methods, like either hitting R or hitting M. M is rotate group only like this. Okay, so now we have a actually we know that it's keep repeating, so I can copy this entire things from the bottom to the top. Yeah, and then times 3. Okay, not yet. Again, from the bottom to the top. Okay, this can either become a tower, or if we put it like horizontally, where I group the entire things. Oops, I misgrouped some things. Okay, so now what if we have mispressed or misgrouped something into the unnecessary group? Let's say for this one, you can see these petals, these flower petals, this shuriken has entered this wrong group. So what you can do is we go inside this group. Okay, most of the students, they will exclude whole things and group it together. This is a traditional method, okay, but we have a more advanced method for you. So what you can do is enter into this group, and not really advanced, but it's a more, you can say it's a smarter choice. Go into this group, select these things that you want to exclude them, Control X means cut, Control X, then escape from this group. Now you are in this group editing mode. So escape from this group editing mode. Then at outside here, okay, this is not group, this is outside currently. Just hit Control, Shift, and V. So Control V we know is paste, okay, but paste you will follow your mouse cursor. So you cannot paste, you hardly can paste at the exact place. So what you can press is Control V together with Shift, Control Shift V, which is paste in place. So it's same goes to here, paste in place. Yeah, initially there are no any shortcuts set for you, if I'm not mistaken, but now gratefully you have the Creato SKP shortcut, the data file, that one you have imported just now, so you can just straightly hantam Control Shift V aja. Senang aja. Okay, so now it's grouped properly already. I put this back to its to the position it's supposed to be. So we have this group. If we put it horizontally, I copy this. How to make it horizontally? If we hit M, we can move it. Okay, M not only restricted to the upper surface, it can be on the side as well. It can be moved like this as well. Okay, and then I hit move to what degree? 0. Okay, so this can become what? This can become an iconic bridge. An iconic bridge to connect some buildings to another block. Okay, imagine below this is a highway or something like. So it's a pedestrian bridge. I think some things in Singapore looks a bit like this. There's a bridge in Singapore, a walkway. If you remember the name, can let us know at the chat box. What is the name of? There's a spiral structure at Singapore. It's a walkway. Very nice looking. Let us know in the chat box if you remember the name. I try to check. Is it spiral? Yes. Okay, Spiral Bridge, Singapore. Just now we showed Daniel Libeskind Museum. Now we have the Helix Bridge. Okay, so this could be an inspiration for you to make a more complicated form. Of course, we are not going as detailed as that yet. Okay, we have a class that says Sketchup 6, which is more on the organic form. That time we will learn more deeply into it. But this kind of shape that you can explore in your SKP mini tasks too, okay, that you're gonna do in this weekend and submit it on, let's say, Friday. Okay, so what else you can explore? Let's say I use round shape. Okay, I push it to a certain height. Yeah, so actually round shape, they have some hidden edges along the curved surface. They have some, you can see when I triple click it, you can see there's a lot of dashed line, or we say hidden line. So this hidden line, how can we unhide it? How can we unhide this hidden line? Are we allowed to? So unhide, let's say how to unhide. Okay, when you go to view, there's an option here. You can enable the hidden geometry. You can make the hidden geometry visible. So you can see all these dashed line in this cylinder, or here the dashed line is hidden geometry. Okay, this is up from 2020 onwards. I think 2019 that time only have one, which is hidden geometry, is combined with hidden objects, but now they separate two, but not much different actually. Okay, easy to understand, no need to explain. So geometry is this line. Object is if you want to hide something, you can. So let's say I select this, I can right click, I can say hide. So I hide, so it becomes hidden object already. So to find it back, I can say hidden object. So here is all the hidden objects. Then I can select the hidden object, I can right click it and hide. Okay, so we get it back like this. Hide hidden object and hidden geometry. Make sure you are clear about that. Geometry is all those like dashed lines. It's a elements like lines. Okay, object is entire things. So right now it doesn't have any shortcuts yet. So now I want to teach you how to make it fast to show those hidden objects. Okay, by pressing Ctrl H. Now Ctrl H doesn't have any functions because I used to set this on my previous version of Sketchup, let's say 2018 or 19. But now, because it has introduced new features, so it doesn't apply to it. So how we set the shortcuts come. We not just want to help to provide you fish, but we want to teach you how to fish. 教你怎么样钓鱼 in Chinese. Okay, and so what we can do is preference. The feature hidden, okay, you can choose hidden objects. Okay, hidden objects. Then you can type in the shortcuts you want. Let's say we type Ctrl H, then we say plus. Oops, Ctrl H, and hit plus, assign. So we say OK. So now onwards, when you hit Ctrl H, it gives you hidden objects. Okay, let's test it. Right? Okay, and then yeah, Ctrl H, it will show us this one. Okay, in dash line. So if you really want to unhide it, you have to select and right click and unhide it. Okay, so this is I just okay, now I want to share with you more about on the left side. Okay, before we share deeper more into the component part. Okay, on the right hand side, the trays. Okay, trays, I have to drag it out. A few lines I always keep hiding themselves. Okay, let's say for this cylinder, when I right click, there's things for me to adjust, which is soften or smooth edges. Let's try this. Okay, if it brings me to this tab here, then I just say soften or smooth edge. Okay, I can drag these sliders. If I drag it to the left until the end, you will see all the lines becomes visible already. All the hidden geometry become edges visible edges already. Yeah, okay, so is this the ways we can get those all the line becomes solid? And let me try. What if I rotate this? Wow. Okay. Okay, I get a center point. Then I rotate it 30 degrees. So now you can see it has new look already. Okay. All the lines like tilted. We can make crazier shapes. Let's say erase. Then this one I can push it down all the way to the bottom. Okay, just have fun exploring shapes. And then let's say I want to rotate it. See what will happen. Not just the upper surface. Yes, we got this like a trophy. Okay, in China, there's a building something like this. It's called 小蛮腰 in Guangzhou. In Guangzhou, there's a significant towers, reverse face, something like this. Okay, let's see in Guangzhou. It's called Canton Tower. Yeah, it has a waist, 一个腰, like a body waist. And you can always Shift S to switch on your shadow, and then Shift K to switch off your edges. Shift K, and then K to, I repeat, Shift K is all the edges. But however, why there are still this profound thick line here? Because beside of edges, there are also a profound line. And if I off this profound line also, then you're totally without any edges. Okay, of course, it will look like a bit more realistic but it's not so defined, okay, because people hardly can know where is the profound line be. Okay, so sometimes if in emergency we want to present, I will, but I have no time to render, and we actually can present using this one. Like you don't want to show the line so clearly if you are not ready yet. So what you can do is you switch off the edges. Shift K, switch off the edges. Sorry, Shift. Okay, Shift K is all the edges, all the thin edges. Okay, profile. So there are edges and profile. Profile, we don't have any hotkey. You can see from here, view, edge down. Profile, we don't have any hotkey, but Shift K is all the edges. Back edges is only K. Only K is back edges. It's like all the line at the back. At the back, okay, let's say for this all the lines at the back. So you also can see this is for what? This is like actually for you to able to snap things or go towards inside. Let's say if I have this line open, K, then I actually can move these things like snap to inside without keep rotating my camera angle. I can make it snap to this behind easily. This is the reasons. So this is quite useful as well. Like actually, like for walls, you have many lines overlapping each others. Okay, so even in this case, I still can able to select the point inside. Okay, I still can select the point inside because I have enabled back edges. If without, it will be like this. So if with back edges, it's like I have an X-ray eyes. 有个透视眼 in Chinese. Okay, so K is back edges, quite useful. Okay, and then Shift K is all the edges. You still have one thick line, which is the profile line. And this profile line, we actually can adjust its thickness. I will share with you about it later, about the thickness of those things, which is easier for us to do diagrams to adjust profile line. This one later. And Okay, now you can spend like 2 minutes exploring the form factors. So you are you are form maker now, 3D form makers. Give you 2 minutes to explore the form, the mass. Okay, next I'm gonna share with you is component. Yeah, so we learn about group already. Okay, so what about component? Okay, component is something like group, okay, but it has extra features that you have to know, that you have to utilize it when you're using SketchUp. If you don't utilize component, 没有善用 component 的话 in Chinese, you didn't make full advantage of the component, then you are actually not using SketchUp well, like not fully utilizing well. Like you are, what we say, you are driving a Ferrari, but you never accelerate. It's like that. If you never use component in SketchUp, so it's a parables like that. So now we're gonna learn component, understand component. What is that? So we'll learn component by making for example, making like a case. If you want to case studies, like if you want to make a railing, a linear railing. Okay, so let's see how. Okay, let's say I take this one of the square shape, the block, the cube. So now I want to make a railing for this. Wait, maybe better I use. Okay, I use this as example. So I have a series of rectangle here. Each of them is group. Okay, as you can see, when you double click it, we enter the group editing mode. Okay, so when you press the dot, which is the G-how beside the comma, it will isolate all the other items. Okay, press it once again, it appears again. So, what is it possible if I want to make it, because it is a similar rectangle square shape? Is it possible if I want to make it, once I push these items, other rectangle follow as well? Once I make this become red, other follow as well. Once I create, okay, sometimes this will happen, like it missing to know fly to somewhere in the SketchUp. Okay, this is quite normal. What you can do is, okay, you can hit zoom extend this one to find is there any elements that was flying to very far away in your project. Sometimes there are like that, especially you are making 3Ds, you push extruding or pushing some items, something might fly very far away. Okay, what you can do is just keep undoing it, is the first choice. Second choice is you click zoom extend to zoom fit to all your models, to show all your models. If there are any things fly very far away, then you move it back to the place it's supposed to be. Okay, like this one is fly here already, but never mind. Okay, sometimes there's a flaw in the programming. It's normal. Keep improving, keep exploring. Okay, what I mean just now, is there any method if I push this to a thickness, others will follow, and then if I create opening on it also, others will follow. Okay, I create opening here, and then I push it, and then snap it to the end. Okay, to another edges, then you create a holes. Okay, others will follow. When I apply red color, let's say, red color, others will follow. Okay, any method, you can make this kind of like a program other that follow this one. Yes, there is. Okay, so how can we do that? Component. So just now when we say we right click, we can make group. Okay, let's say for a non-group item. Okay, there's a make group and also make component here. Okay, so now we're gonna learn. We have learned make group. Now we learn make component. So what we can do is, firstly we have the shapes first. Okay, or we can draw first, draw it out. Let's say this one, what I want is 3,000. Okay, a smaller one. Then I can right click and make component for this instead of make group. Okay, I can make component. But if I accidentally hit group already, hit G, which is main group already, never mind, it's the same. I also can convert it to become component. So I also can say make component is the same. It doesn't affect at all. So I can name this component, simply give a name. Okay, better to give a name. There are some advantage one I will share with you in the upcoming class if you have chance. Okay, give a name, but simply any name is also can. Okay, as long as it is unique. The reason is, in short words, if you never name it, if you copy some similar component from other file with the same name, then paste it here, then they will have some conflicts. They don't know which to follow which one. They will just follow either one. Then you will like fainted already. Okay, you want to faint already. 你要晕倒了, not burning kepala, because some things might be changed in the model suddenly, which you never hope to. So better give a name that you can briefly identify it. Let's say this is a square one. Okay, so this is a component now. So when I copy this component, how I know is it a component? Okay, I can check at the entity info. Okay, this one mentioned is a component entity info. So this one is a group. It's different. Okay, if component, you right click it, you will say you can find this option which is edit component. If in group there are no this, you can see edit group only, cannot see edit component. So I know this is a component, so I can copy it like what we did just now. Let's say, okay, I move this first to make it align to this. Align, go closer to make it snap to align to this. Okay, then I copy it, I hit M, and then Control, and then use the arrow key to limit the direction, the axis. Then I say ×5. So the smaller one is component. So now is the time, like we can differentiate. When I select one, other will be highlighted as well. When I push it, other will grow together. When I create openings, as I create opening on the edges here, then I push it, other will follow as well. Okay, create it bigger, maybe make a circle here, so can, then cut it off. Oops. The circle is not well done. I have to make sure it's carefully drawn on the surface. Yes. Then sometimes you have to erase those unnecessary edges. Okay, so all will follow. If I apply a green color, what happened? It will go green as well. Very not nice. Oh, color, it will not follow if I apply here, but if I go into this group and apply the green, okay, from no color now, okay, this is common. If I apply it outside here, it will not affect the others. Okay, but if I go into this group, you can see all is highlighted. Then if I apply colors, when all is highlighted like this, then all will be affected. Okay, so this component makes them like a same gang. They are in the same gang. 同一个黑社会 in Chinese we say 好像同一个 gang 这样子。Yeah, component is like a gang, same gang, so all will follow like follow the leaders lah, in the same pattern. So if you so what we can apply this, okay, when we can apply this is especially when we are doing repetitive elements such as what, right? Chat box, let us know what we can apply this component editing things on our model, on what things. For examples, on what components we can edit, apply these skills. Chat box. Columns. Cool. Yes, column. Louvers, yes. Staircase, staircase sometimes, yes. Bingo, railing. Yeah, that's what we want to move on now, is from railings. Let's say this is a ground floor. Maybe there's a door, okay? I want to create a door. I create an opening first. Let's say, okay, let me start with a very simple form. Okay, let's say I give an offset of 150. Then I create the void inside. 有一个空洞在里面。Okay, so this is like a room. So I create a door. So the door I can use rectangle 2R. Then I can type the dimensions. Maybe the door is around. Okay, you can look at the dimension. So like this door, you can type in the specific dimension. Maybe it's 800 to 2100. And then select the faces. Hit P to push in. Okay, then we create an entrance for this. Okay, and then now I want to create a roof for it. Let's say a roof, I use a rectangle first, and then to hit P to push it for thickness. Let's say I want to make it 300. Okay, so this is a space with a rooftop. So now I want to create a kind of rooftop garden on it. So there's a railing that surrounds this rooftop garden. So it's very common in many of the design proposal. Okay, so what I can do, I start to create a kind a railing. Okay, usually we start with a very simple railing first. Very simple railing. Okay, this one is okay. Let me group this first. Group this rooftop first. Okay, so if we group it, there's a lot of advantages. You can easily move it away, replace it, or edit it in a group editing mode. So better to group it. So if you want to create a very quick method, okay, a kind of like railing to surround it is offset law. Okay, like we are doing walls. I enter into the group editing mode. I hit F, then offset. Let's say offset 50 or okay 100 100. Then I push 1 meter height. Okay, this is the fastest way, simplest way, but not the best way. Okay, because like this, the railing, the concrete railing, or the what we call it, this wall is like forever. It's forever like fixed to this floor already. We hardly can remove them. Hardly, if we apply materials, then these whole things, let's say we apply glass. Okay, go to the material tray you have. Okay, material tray, and then the last, this one. Okay, I show the blue one. If you apply that whole things, you apply glass, even the floor as well. So this is actually not a good method, but of course it's the quickest one. Okay, so a better method is after I offset it from the floor. Okay, this is a group, as we know. It's a group. After I offset it, I copy it to the air. Like 1000. Group it. Group this thing in the air. Okay. Then only you start to push it down. Okay. So now the good part is this parapet wall. Yeah, I remember the word. The parapet wall, or this 1 meter high railing at the roof. You're able to separate it if you want, and you can apply any kind of materials without affecting this floor. Okay, this floor you can make it become green if you want. Okay, or if you want just the surface to become green also can. Just the surface. So the other place will not be affected. So this is the good part. Like I copy. Okay, again I repeat. Okay, I know some of you might a bit hard to follow. I copy after I offset at the bottom. I double click, select all the edges. Okay, then I copy it to the air. Okay, hit M, copy it to the air, and then I make sure it raise up 1 meter high or 1.1, depend on what you wish, and then group it. Okay, and then I enter into this group, and then I push it bottom. Then okay, let's say then can apply material. Okay, if you want a faster way to apply material, I can hit B, which is color bucket, paint bucket. Okay, B. Then I can hold alternate, just like Photoshop, but we learn hold alternate. Then you can extract this color using these eyedroppers. Then apply it bottom, but you can copy the material. Sorry. Yeah. So you got the same effects. So this one I can remove it away. So this one is the simplest way, the simple and effective way to do simple railing. Later we're gonna start to create harder and more challenging railings and facades. Okay, I give you 2 minutes to digest this. Later we'll start to move on to a more complicated railings like this. Like this. Okay, we create ourselves, not using any component from the 3D warehouse. No need. And create by yourself, by your own self. And start to digest this one first. Give you 2 minutes. All right, you can always ask if you have any questions. So next, what I want to do is a more complicated. I call it component railing. So I will copy this. Let's say 10 meters away. Okay, so now I want to delete this. I want to create another kind of railing. I hit rectangle, and then I make a rectangle here. Any kind of size that is logic lah. Okay. Then maybe okay, make it thinner, or maybe you can hit R. We make the first member first. Okay, make the first what we call it like. Now we are creating a gang, so we create the first gang member first. Using rectangle, instead of 100 to 100, maybe I can say 100 to 50. 50. Okay, so this is like a first baluster we have. Okay, so before extruding it to become 3D, we recommend you to group it first before you push it to 3D. So we say group, and then we enter it, then we only push 3D. This is better because we worry that you look later, you forget, and then the time you want to group it, it becomes more steps. Okay, 比较麻烦, more tedious. Okay, so let's say 1 meter high. Okay, this is a bar. Then before we copy it along these edges, along this balcony, we add one more step, make component. Okay, just now we make group already, is fine. Okay, now we like convert it to become component. Make component first. Okay, give it a name, simple one, railing. Okay, then only we start copying, duplicating it. Okay, let's say if I want a fixed distance of what is the interval? Let's say 100 mm. Okay, 120 lah. 120 is like this close, and I maybe can give 150. 150. Then we can times, let's say times 30. Then we got this. So, okay, we still haven't achieved it. Then we copy a few more. Times 3 maybe. Yeah, perfect. We reach this. And then now you can see, because it's a component, all these components, so when I edit either one of them, let's say this one, I make it, I create openings on it, let's say rectangle on it, I push, yes, all gang member will follow because it's we have already made a component. So if I select one of the edges at the bottom, then I push it inwards, all will follow as well. Wow. It is like one of the smartest features in SketchUp without any plugin. Okay. And then what else? I can apply, let's say, color on it. Color. Color. Okay, let's say if I want to make it stylish a bit, I want to have like 2 tones of color. Maybe if I want to use some curved lines, maybe 2 point up, okay? I go from here to the bottom edges. Here, then I can maybe from here to here. I just utilize all the tools we've learned today. Okay, so we got a streamline here. Okay, this is like what you are blocked by some things. Okay, this is the time you need to hit the dot. Okay, so the other things is isolated, and you are very free. Nothing blocking you anymore. Just quick one. I create a kind of edges here. Oh, I went to the wrong one. Okay, here to here. Then, okay, this surface. Okay, all the surface, maybe I paint it with a timber texture. Go to wood and then timber. But this, maybe I put in some aluminum, metal, aluminum. Okay, gonna be a cool color combination on here as well. Okay, maybe on the other side as well. Hit B, paint bucket. Okay, so this is my component railing. Then I can, then I can create kind of like a handrail, top rail for your hand to hold it. Let's say, somewhere around here. Okay, the handrail maybe is around 50 mm. 50 is too much. 50 diameter is okay. So if radius maybe 25, okay, cool. Then push it all the way. Okay, select this all, group them, give them a material. Let's say the shiny one, this one. Not too nice. Okay, maybe the lower profile one. Okay, then maybe this rule I can create some extrusion to cut it. Maybe 40. Then I cut it away. This extra one can delete it. Eraser, hitting E. Okay, some of the unnecessary one can using eraser to erase it. Okay, so we got this very custom made, very special component railing why we say complementary? Because if you edit one of them, others will follow. Okay, let's say this one, I make it even more dynamic, more crazy, like this. Okay, so these things, the whole things I can copy them. Oops, can copy them. Okay, go to a smart angle. Okay, then select them, copy them, group them, and then you can apply them on other. Copy these entire things to, let's say here, and then I say Q. Rotate. I can control my angles. Okay, using the arrow button, arrow key. Okay, control my protractors. Okay, so same goes to, okay, I can hit M, control to here, and then we can flip also, like mirror. Like if you already have mirror tools, then you can use your mirror plugin. Okay, now I'm demonstrating without any mirror tool. Okay, flip around. Oops. Okay, then done. Okay, basically done. So this is on the railing. What if it is on facade? Okay, similarly, it can becomes your facade as well. How? So let's say I want to make this as my facade. These entire things I'm breaking to the floor. Okay, let's say maybe this is a kind of like shopping malls or retails or theme park. Okay, there's a very fancy kind of facade. Then we can scale the entire things to become a theme of facade. All right, but if you want to create some kind of rhythms, some up and down, okay, so how we can do that? Okay, some kind of rhythms. Then this one, okay, I enter this group, and then we have a lot of components here. Okay, the thing is, now if I edit anything inside here, the others will follow as well. Let's say if I open the hole here, other will follow as well. Okay, so if we want to stop this kind of gang membership things, like we want it to quit this gang. Okay, we want this to quit from this gang, this club. All right. Okay, what we can do is we want it to exit from this component relationship. So we can go to this, select all of the component inside this group. We right click them. That's the thing we can say make unique. Make unique. Okay, unique is the opposite to component. It's a 反义词. Okay, it's directly opposite meaning. Okay, so when we say make unique, then now this is no longer under control in the same gang boss. Okay, so when I create a hole here, others, okay, here is not affected. Okay, but all in this gang member, they will still have hole between them. Oops, 句号, okay. Because they are still, this all is still one gang. I select all of them and make all of them unique together. Okay, so now you learn one more thing is make unique. So it's like I'm a bit like explode, like I'm group. Okay, but this is like I'm component. Okay, so we can decide how many things we want to make unique together. Okay, I just, yeah, we know some of friends, maybe connection, they got kicked out, but yes, we admitted already. Yeah. Okay, welcome back. So, so we can decide how many things we want to make unique together. Let's say if I want to, okay, what we can do, something like, okay, I want to select at the interval of 3, every 3 elements. Okay, we select every 3 elements, every 3rd element. Okay, then we can make a changes. Then we will create some kind of pattern. Every 3rd one, we select them, and then I click make unique. Okay, so make unique. So this this selected one, they will become a component themselves, a gang in themselves. They will not affected by these others here. Okay. So what if I change something like I make this higher? Yes. So those one will follow. They are in the same gang already. They gang out by themselves already. So let's say the bottom as well. Okay, I use the up arrow key to control it. So now we have a kind of pattern already. So also to its neighbor, every the third members we also select it. Maybe we can do something from it. Okay, then I make component again. Okay, then this times, okay, this one also high, but not that high. Oops, I missed something, I think. I missed something. Wait, Control Z. Okay. Okay, make unique. Yes. Then we can create second variation. Okay, higher than this, but shorter than that one. Maybe. Okay, so here we have actually have three variation. Got three gang here. Got three gang here. Yeah, so this is a kind of facade. Okay, so if you want to enjoy to find a nice view of it, then you can hit Shift K to close the edges and also the profile line. Go to View, H-star profile, close it, and then you can switch on the shadows. Okay, switch on the shadows. And this is the beauty of it. You can enjoy. Okay, then find a good angle. Then you can export a few images. Export a few images. Let's say this angle actually not so good, okay, because it's blocked by something. So you can rotate the entire things. Okay, let's say if I find this angle is nice, I can decide whether I want to show perspective angles or parallel projections. Okay, let's say I'm satisfied with this one. Then I can say I can create a scene for that. I can say Shift A, create scene. Wow, what I did just now. Okay, do you focus? Shift A to create a scene. Okay, it's actually a shortcut to view animation at scene. Shift plus A. So it's like if you remember this camera angle, it will take a photo like that. So every time you can back to this angle. Okay, if it's like you like this camera perspective angle, then you can Shift A. Okay, so if you shift save at this angle, then I can go to, let's say I can go to File. Let's export this angle. Okay, I mean export this image right now. Export 2D graphics. Then, okay, maybe I can adjust my shadow first. Better angle of the shadow. Go to shadow tray. Then you can make sure you already switch on the shadow. Then find a good angle that can show your profile the best. Yeah, something like that. Then if you are satisfied with it, okay, you can right click, update this. Okay, if you have any update in the angle, taking this photo, okay, then you can right click, say update, or else you will never remember this new angle. Okay, this is to remember the camera angle only, not the content. Okay, content is not affected. This is the camera angle. And then I will say file, export to the graphic. If I want to export images, choose JPEG or PNG will do. Okay, let's say JPEG. And then to go to desktop and create a folder for today's lessons. Let's say SKP2. Okay, component. Okay, then a name for it. Today dates 2020. Yeah, you can save it with your name. And you say options. Okay, at here you can actually adjust your resolution. Okay, you can see the width and height. Okay, but for the moment you don't need to adjust so much yet. Okay, when the time comes, I will tell you to adjust it better. Okay, but for the moment you can just leave it okay to the highest quality. That's fine. Okay, then export. Okay, then you go to check. This is my folder just now. This is my save file just now. Okay, so then you export a few angles for us to understand it better. You can shift on the edges, okay, for me to can know where are you now, your skills, demonstrate your creativity, your skills. Don't limit it by my examples. Okay, this is just done like impromptu in a class. So then upload the few images of your facade or railing to our mini task 2 folder in Mega. In this folder, mini task students. Okay, then I'll create a folder, mini task 2 components. Okay, components apply on facade, on railings, and some louvers and columns, as some of our friends mentioned just now. So each of these folder, you create a name of yourself. Let's say for me, it's Roxas Young. Then you put your images inside here. Okay, if you have some questions that you want to ask, also you can upload your SKP file there, your SketchUp file there. Also, if you have some tough question that you want me to try to solve, to help you to solve it, you can upload your SKP file also. But if not, then you don't need to upload that because it might occupy some space as well. Okay, and so first thing is demonstrate your skills on making railing, component railing, or facade, or it is a louvers. Next things is you can explore your forms using some patterns and then how it grows. Okay, not limited to the example I show. Okay, you can learn from some external reference as well. Then just share with us what you have explored. We want exploring on new ideas. Okay, we are exciting to see new combination of form other than this. Okay, can do some other research and learn from it. The more you learn, you explore, the more you will achieve. Okay, so now you can ask any question if you want. We have 2 minutes for you to ask question. Open to everyone here. You can ask at the chat box or open your mic.
Hi.
Richard. Okay.
Hi, I'm Shireen.
Hi, Sharon.
I'm new to SketchUp because currently I have a task in my course to make a furniture. That is a table. It's a curvy table and middle got a hole, means a void. Then a drawer and the 4 legs of the table. Because I'm new to the SketchUp, so I don't know how to do. So do you have time to show me?
Okay. Let's see. Okay, what I mentioned just now, again, a table, and then curvy table.
or rectangle also can.
Okay, let's start with a rectangle. Okay, if you want curvy also can, we maybe make a.
Then inside got a void.
Inside got void.
Inside got a hole. Middle. Then I don't know how to floating up. Then.
Okay, so this is the platform like the wood piece the upper piece of the table. So let's say this is 1 meter high. Oh no, table is usually like 800 or 6 or 900 high. And then we have the leg. Let's say a round one. Circle C. Okay, then maybe diameter 30. Okay, group it, move it. Okay, move it. Then this leg can make it become component. Okay, apply what we learned just now. Because when I change one letter, others will follow. Okay, and all repetitive elements you can make it to become component. Then push it. Okay, I select this face. Okay, if you find the other surface is annoying, you can hit the dot. Okay, to hide it, to isolate it. Okay, then I can push it. Then show it again. Others one. So to the floor. So this one I push it bottom. So this one actually I can make the bottom like slimmer. Okay, let's say I hit K. No, K cannot. Okay, let's say I go for, I want to select the bottom faces. Okay, very good question. So now everyone can learn extra things. So if I want to select the bottom faces, but the bottom faces is within the ground, how I select it? Some of the students, they will like move this higher, then try to find the angle. Okay, this is fine. Okay, but this is like more steps lah. Now you can have a better options. You can hit the dot to isolate the other things. Then you can select the faces below. Right, cool. Then I can select this face. I can hit scale. I can hit control. Then it becomes slimmer at the bottom. Then this one become a cone already lah. Okay, not that slim. Maybe like this. Okay. Then here a slim leg. Very slick design. Okay, maybe should be bigger lah. Okay, that's fine. Just for exploration. Then we copy it from here to here. And then if you have, okay, since you are new, then I will not be using any mirror one. You'll learn it on next lesson. So I just copy it like this. So let's say if I want to change any one of them, all will follow. Okay, even I apply materials, all will follow. Let's say the aluminum just now. Okay, so this one maybe too thick. So this one is timber. Yes. Does it inspire us, Shirin?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. You want to model a MacBook here? Okay, that's your mini task.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I have also another question.
Yeah. Please.
Because I download this SketchUp, then my drawing panel is not same as you. My panel only have 1 row on top. As I saw yours one got 3 rows.
Oh, okay. This so one, good question. Yeah, understand. We share. We just now share it in our SKP one. You can refer back to the recordings later. Maybe on usually I will take 1 or 2 days to process it. So usually we'll ready on Monday. So you remind me if you personally if you need the recordings. Okay, and then just quick one. You can find all the toolbars when you right click this empty area here. Any empty area lah. Okay, so this one we have on the left is large tool sets. Okay, and other 5 things is section, solid tool, and text. Yeah. So next Saturday onwards, we will I will upload something onto the Mega. Then everyone will follow our steps show in the class, we will make all the plugins, the powerful almighty plugins on top of here. We fill this up to become like this, like that. How you like that? Yes. Look at me, now look at here. Okay, we'll make it to become something like this on next lesson. So, okay, so let's practice this at home this weekend, this coming weekdays. Practice, find some, make some nice facade, or okay, make some nice facade or fins, louvers, and some nice pattern to create nice form. Okay, next class onwards, we will have greater tools for you to make greater shapes, greater forms. Okay, of course, you are not limited to use the tools we taught only. If you have extra tools, you can apply also. I want everyone to have like a breakthrough to yourself. Okay, so it's time now. It's 5:12 now. So we thanks everyone on the line today. Okay, so everyone share one point that you learned in this second lessons that helps you or you remember the most at our chat box now. Every members here share the point for our everyone revision purpose is very important. So share one point to help us to revise at the chat box now. Okay, we have, let's see. We have, okay, start from, everyone please give your input, yeah? Okay, by the way, reminders, if you haven't put in your attendance for SKP2, remember to do it at our Google Sheet link just now. Creato SKP 3D modeling, the attendance list there in our Telegram. Okay, so based on, okay, utilize function of component. Yes, component is the key to make any repetitive elements. Insert time. Yes, Jeff say make unique. Special bit. Okay, Control V 加 shirt. Okay, Emilia got V shirt or T shirt. Yeah, it's a shift. Okay, I understand. All right, and then Kylie say Control H. Yes, to hide. S for shadow. K for edges. Wow, sharing on the hantam too. Okay, cool. Crystal say jump route motor. Okay, yes, that's many students ask questions how to jump from one group to another group. Okay, Crystal has highlighted it. It's what we say Control X to cut it and then Control Shift V to paste at your desired place or desired group to another new group. This is what we call jump group. Control X to cut, Control Shift V to paste in place. These two things. And then Shift A to sync to take picture. Okay, one you say zoom extend, yes. Shift plus K and K. Okay, you say on say, okay, and then texture with component. Make unique with edges. All right, cool. So now everyone can gradually switch on your video, and we're gonna take a photo of lesson 2. And okay, so the mini task is not to make you. It's not like assignment, exam, or make you feel stressed. No. It just is like we know that you join these courses, these programs is for you yourself to enjoy learning, to improve efficiently. So to improve efficiently, of course, you have to spend some effort and some time to force yourself to do something, right? You need someone to train you, okay? My background is actually, I spent like, since standard 5 and then my Form 1 to Form 5, I'm doing martial arts training. So we need a shifu or master or sensei, okay, to train us, to give us some like direction. Okay, so now you given the direction, so now you shall do the mini task in order to expand your skills. Okay, so just spend like 10 to 30 minutes, okay, as you wish, okay, then upload it, the images to mini task 2, the folder, create your own folder in your own name. And okay, so thank you very much everyone for spending like half days, like a 5 hours plus with us. So I'm gonna take photo now. Come on, everyone, just switch on your video, quick one. Yeah, if you have any question, you want to ask me in Chinese, it also can, like, especially like you feel very hard to ask in English, it's okay. You want to ask me in Malay also can. Like in PM also can, in group message, maybe PM lah, better lah.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, switch on our camera first, audio later. Audio is when I say Creato, then you switch on your mic, you shout make creative easier later. Then switch on camera for photo taking. Okay, come on, let's do it. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Sound. 1, 2. Wait. 1, 2. 3. Okay, so here comes to the end of our SKP3. See you on SKP2. See you on SKP3, which is our class of plugins next Saturday, 11:30. Have a good weekend. Ready? Okay. Creato, make creative easier. See you next Saturday. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes.